Hi guys! So today I wanted to do another tag video for you. Something quick. I'm almost done with my spring break. I start school again on Monday, so I thought I would do another video and get another one out before I have to get back to work and doing things again. But don't worry, I will still be making videos. I want to try and make at least like 1 or 2 a week if I can, and I graduate here in May. So after that, I should have lots more time to make stuff, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll have a job. Who knows? The world is weird. But anyway, I wanted to do a tag video for you, and I wanted to do the Disney tag. Now, I found a few different versions of the Disney tag, so I went through a couple of them and picked out answers that were more relevant to me, or like things that I knew I'd be able to answer pretty well. And I do want to say I'll probably answer each question like with 2 different answers, because there are a lot of like, when you think of the Disney tag, you think of the classics, you think of like the princess movies, but at the same time there's like a lot of other Disney movies that are like a lot of my answers are gonna be Ghibli stuff, because I friggin' love Studio Ghibli. Obviously based on my awesome, it's a onesie. I'm wearing, look at this. Yeah, hold on. Oh. This is my Skeleton Jack onesie, and so obviously I'm also a fan of Tim Burton, and if you asked me some of these questions tomorrow, I'd probably change my answers because it's friggin' Disney, and it just, everything is awesome, and a lot of it's going to be based on the ones that I've seen most recently. Okay, so the first question is, what is my favorite Disney movie? And without a doubt, no changing my answer tomorrow, it's Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Castle is one of my all-time favorite movies ever because it's gorgeous and it's just wonderful and beautiful, and the story is amazing and kind of dark, and there's supernatural things, like witches and wizards and Victorian style clothing, and just everything that I just love in the world is in Howl's Moving Castle, mixed with some really amazing character development and relationships and friendships, and it's just, if you haven't seen it, you have to see this movie. It's so beautiful. It is one of the most touching stories I've ever seen. 2, favorite Disney character. Again, this is gonna have to come straight from Howl's Moving Castle. Sophie is my all-time favorite character. She's got such great character development, and I think that's what makes her so great, is that she really doesn't think a lot of herself at the beginning, and it takes, you know, having a curse put on her and having to go out and, you know, realize who she is, and she does that by making new friends and helping other people, and in helping them she helps herself, and in helping her they help themselves, and it's just like a really beautiful story about how, you know, other people affect you a lot, and you can affect other people no matter how small or insignificant you think you are, and I think that's really, really beautiful storyline. Now if I had to pick like a classic Disney, like classic characters, like say favorite princess, I would probably pick one that's not the most popular, Merida. I don't know if you've ever read the book Cry of the Ice Mark, but Merida reminded me exactly of Theron Freer, strong in the arm Linden Shield, wildcat of the north, and just that book meant a lot to me when I was a kid. I thought she was awesome. It's a really, really cool book. So yeah, so Merida, like I saw Theron in her, and I thought that was really cool, so maybe that's why I love her more than some people do. I don't know. Merida. Princess Merida is awesome. My favorite Disney song. That's a cool question. That one, I felt like, I mean, I have to answer it. It's the Disney tag. But holy crap, like how do you answer that? Because I want to say like stuff from like Tim Burton films, because like Sally's song is so pretty, but at the same time there's like The Hunchback of Notre Dame is one of my all-time favorite Disney films, and just the opening, the Bells of Notre Dame song, like all of the songs in The Hunchback are friggin' amazing. Is that enough of an answer? I can't pick like an official one. That's gonna have to be good enough. We'll go with, I don't know. So yeah, there you go. There's your answer to that. That's my answer. If you could live in a world from any Disney movie, which would you live in and why? I think it was Brave. I think I would really like to live in that world, partly because like I've never traveled. Okay, I've traveled in America, but I've never gotten to travel internationally, and it is one of like my biggest dreams to go to kind of the Great Britain area. I want to see Ireland, I want to see Scotland, and I want to see England. I mean, of course, I'd love to see Eastern Europe. I want to see Germany and Poland and everywhere. I want to go everywhere, but Europe is definitely like my biggest goal. I want to see Europe. And the whole, like the folklore, the music, I listen to Irish music so much. Like, I love it. I have for quite a while. So I think the world of Brave would be awesome because it's kind of that mix of like, it's old fashioned and there's like people riding horses, and like I like horses. I want to ride a horse. I want her giant horse, Angus. The world of that would be awesome because it's a mix of what I want to see in the world today. It's like where I want to go, but it also has that element of the supernatural, and there's like the witch and the will-o'-the-wisps, which are so pretty and cute. And just that element of magic and stuff, which I would love if the world had a little more quote-unquote magic. If you could have a party themed around a Disney movie, which would you choose and why? Probably either The Nightmare Before Christmas or The Corpse Bride would be really fun too. I think The Corpse Bride would be a really fun movie to have a party on, especially if it was like a party based on like the underworld or like the world of the dead in The Corpse Bride. It would be super, super fun because it would just be like a creepy party, a good time, because everyone could dress up kind of like the zombies and corpses and stuff, and it would be kind of spooky and dark, but it would at the same time it would be like a riot because yeah, they knew how to party. So I would have to say The Corpse Bride would be a really fun party to have. Favorite Disney villain song? This one I know without a doubt is Hellfire. I'm not gonna lie, I gave myself this question just so I could tell you how much I like the song Hellfire. Like, I freaking love the song Hellfire. It is so well composed, and like just the sound of it alone is amazing, and the singer did an amazing job of like capturing the emotion of the song, and it's just so dark. And in Frollo's case, it was all because he had a freaking frustrated boner over Esmeralda, and he decided that it was a good idea because he's so moral and so proper and such a good guy in terms of religion and stuff, and he's like, oh, I'm an upstanding citizen, but I'm gonna burn you if you decide not to stay with me forever. What? CGI or hand-drawn animation? I prefer hand-drawn animation. I know like CGI can be really pretty. I absolutely love Brave and Tangled and a lot of the new Disney movies, like Ratatouille. I've binge-watched Ratatouille so much. I got it for Christmas one year when I was a kid, and I watched it every night for like probably a month almost. I do like a lot of the CG, but I just think there's something so beautiful to the hand-drawn. Like the first Disney movie I ever remember watching a lot and owning was Sleeping Beauty, and I think it's such a pretty movie, and a lot of the original princess movies are just so cool, and the idea that they spent all that time drawing them and stuff is amazing. So I think definitely hand-drawn, and I would like to see a shift back into hand-drawn films. That would be really cool. What story or stories would you like to see in a new Disney film? Here. This is gonna sound weird because like I don't think these are Disney friendly, but I mean, you know, Tim Burton can do it, so I want Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, the movie series. Nothing ever in my life, especially as a child, creeped me out like these images. Stephen Gammell is an amazing illustrator, and I can't believe they redid that. I mean, just these illustrations are phenomenal. Excuse me while I fangirl over these, but really, like, these are just some of the best illustrations I've ever seen in my life, and I would like to see them moving and scaring the crap out of small children forever. So Disney, new idea, scary stories to tell in the dark. Hashtag tell Disney. It's a great idea. Alright, and the final question, which I had saved for last because it has, without a doubt, the best story to go with it, is the most unforgettable experience that you've had at a Disney park. I'm excited to tell you this because I know for a fact that my mom watches these videos, and that probably means that my dad has seen some of them too. And this involves you. This involves you guys, okay? When I was young, quite young, I was very small. I've always been a very small person, especially shortness-wise. I didn't grow until quite recently. And by recently I mean like high school. But, so when I was young, we went to Disney with my mom because I think she had like a business meeting at one of the hotels in one of the parks in Orlando. And so we were staying at the Swan and Dolphin Hotel. And the very first thing that happens when we get there is we're in the lobby, we're checking into the hotel, everything's great. I think I had just gotten a new hat because I had like it was like a little baseball hat. It was like Minnie Mouse pattern and it had the ears and stuff. It was super cute. I loved my new hat. And I was wearing it at the time that we were checking in, and we're walking across the lobby after we checked in, and because of the brim on my hat, I can't see anything. I can't see anything from most adults' waists up. So I'm walking alongside my dad, and I decide that it's a good time to grab onto his hand, because I like to hold my dad's hand. And so I hold his hand, and I start sucking my thumb, and I say, "Daddy," and I look up. It's not my dad. So I, as a child, am terrified, and this guy is looking down at me like, whose child is this holding my hand, sucking her thumb, and calling me daddy? Like, he's confused. But from the waist down, he looked like my dad, and he had like calloused hands like my dad. Then, the icing on the horrifying cake that was this experience for me as a child was that I heard a whistle. I hear my dad whistle. He and my mom, and probably my brother, because like I'm sure he was there, are standing on the other side of the lobby laughing their asses off and staring at me. I was furious. Okay, for one, I don't think I ever wore that hat again. It was a brand new hat, and I didn't tell anyone because I didn't want them to get mad at me for like buying me a new hat, and then I didn't wear it anymore. But I never wore that hat again because I was so afraid that that would happen again or something similar would happen again, because it limited my vision. And I was so mad and embarrassed, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I was either crying or on the verge of crying, but I didn't want them to see me crying because they thought it was funny, and that pissed me off, okay? I was so mad that they were laughing at me when I was obviously traumatized, and that is my most unforgettable experience at a Disney park. I really do find it quite funny now, but at the same time I'm like, I remember those feelings. It felt awful. It felt so bad when it happened. I know it's really funny, and I love telling it to people because it's like, it's one of my awesome, funny when I was a kid stories, but like, I remember being so mad. Like, I think it kind of ruined part of the trip for me. Like, I let it bother me that much. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I really enjoyed doing this. I'm a huge fan of Disney things, and I think I'm just gonna go watch some Disney movies now. So leave me some comments letting me know the answers that you have to these questions. If you agree with these, if you disagree with these, like, let me know. Tell me some of your experiences that you've had at Disney, like all the things that you love about Disney. Tell me about it, because like, let's be real, no one in this world hates Disney. You either haven't heard of Disney or you love Disney. There is no in between. Disney is amazing. Disney is life. Yeah, and don't forget to tell Disney Studios that this needs to be a thing. I hope you guys have a great week/weekend, whatever it is when you watch this, and I will see you next time. Bye!